guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon. I'm here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're going to talk about GameStop and their controversial decision to not shut down.
To not stop.
To not stop. GameStop is not stopping, and we think there's a financial motivator.
They just don't want to go bankrupt. They don't want to shut down.
That is it. So before we get into the video, please subscribe. Please subscribe for more pop culture, news, views, and rants. We're over 100,000 subs, guys. Thank you. Let's keep the clownfish train chugging.
Yeah.
Toot toot.
Let's just get to the video.
Toot toot, mofos.
Toot toot, mofos.
All right. It's the hate train. No, actually, this is...
You joke, and then someone will say, ha, you said it. Anyway,
the hate train.
That's right.
All right, so there's a little story with GameStop. We've talked about GameStop a little bit, and GameStop, look, they're on death's door, right?
Yeah, they've been struggling for a while.
And I actually thought they were going to turn things around. They brought Reggie fils-aime in from Nintendo.
You thought that would turn things around?
He's from Nintendo. People thought that was good.
I didn't think it would. I thought it was like a Band-Aid on a gaping wound.
Well, yeah, but it was going to help a little bit, right, to have Reggie throw in. I thought, I'm like, well, maybe he's got some ideas, you know. Maybe he's got some ideas. And I'm sure he does have ideas, but those ideas now seem to be, keep GameStop not stopping, you know, as long as we possibly can. Because here's the thing. So a couple days before they brought Reggie on, let's see, Motley Fool did an article on the retail businesses most likely to fold completely during the thing we can't talk about crisis.
So JCPenney, it was funny, I just saw an ad the other night and I said, oh, they're going to go under for sure. And then there it is in the list. So
yeah, and this happened, look, we've been through this before, 2008, 2009.
Yep, this is not new.
We had basically, when something like this happens, businesses that are already in bad shape, they get weeded out. Mm-hmm. You know, we saw like Circuit City go under, we saw Barnes & Noble go under.
I blame Amazon.
Yeah, Amazon's a big...
I mean, honestly... I still shop at Amazon. I like Amazon, but I'm just saying.
And downloads.
I think it's this way the world works. Like, you know, digital comics are kind of taken out, and mostly manga is taken out. Comic books. It just, as things evolve, it just obviously it's going to take out other businesses, and I think that's what happened here.
Well, you know, again, there isn't really a need current year, unfortunately, for a lot of video game stores, because most people, they just buy downloads. You know?
Yeah. Oh, that's true. Yeah, you don't even need they're good if you want like classic games or old games. But you can even go to eBay or, you know, places like that to get it. So
yeah, I mean, it does feel like an end of an era, because I remember.
It does. It's sad. It's
like everything else. I mean, everything, you know, I talked about, you know, when Squid King and I were, you know, doing the unboxing yesterday with the arcade machine. And so about how when I was a kid, it was like I spent all my time in arcades and comic shops and GameStop. Back then it was Electronics Boutique.
I remember, EV.
Yeah, and I would always go and I'd look at this massive wall of NES and Genesis cartridges, and I'd be like, wow, those are so awesome. I got to pick up Electronic Gaming Monthly so I know which game to buy. Because I'd have to mow a lot of lawns to buy one game because they were like $50. You know,
right.
back in 80s, 90s dollars, that was like $100 now.
Back when kids actually worked for money.
When we actually worked for money. I did. I mowed lawns and sanded cars with my hand.
You got ripped off on that.
I did. So, sidetrack. We're gonna go on a little sidetrack here.
That's even a sidetrack. They learned about the hose. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you never know. You never know what you're gonna hear about here on Clownfish TV. But no, when I was a kid, how I earned money is my grandfather actually had an auto body shop, and I used to sand cars, not with a sander like a normal person, but by hand. By hand, literally. He would
tell them what he paid you.
He paid me $5 a car. This is in the probably late 80s, early 90s. I'd sand cars for $5 a car. Sometimes I'd get $10 if it was a pickup truck. I really was getting ripped off, but I had to sand a lot of cars to buy my Nintendo games.
But you learned how to be scrappy and
I did.
And make your own money. Anyway,
and I've got
people are going to be like, hey,
hands of steel. Anyway, so
people are going to be like, hey, get to the story.
Get to the story. Okay, so the thing is that the business is weak. GameStop's weak. GameStop is probably not going to survive. If it shuts down, it's going down. This is what we talked about with comic shops too, where they're already holding on by their fingertips. They cannot shut down for a couple months.
Right.
And, you know,
GameStop is refusing to shut down.
They're refusing to shut down, but they're also being kind of, I think, stupid about it.
I think,
because here's the thing. Now, they're talking about how GameStop is not shutting down But then part of me is like, well, they don't want social gatherings. How many people actually go to GameStop now?
Usually because they're smaller stores, you only see a few people at a time in there.
I don't see a whole lot here.
We don't have ours anymore. They closed it.
Yeah, we had one right by the Walmart here, and it just disappeared one day. There was no notice, nothing. Just like poof, GameStop was gone. And we've been hearing that a lot of managers have been let go suddenly and all that. But it's not like GameStop has a ton of people in at any given time anyway. They could do curbside. Why can't they do curbside?
They could.
We'll bring your games to you. Of course,
Walmart's staying open, and people can go. So they're probably like, if we don't stay open, everybody's gonna go to Amazon and Walmart. I mean, you could order online, but they don't have 2-day shipping. I don't think. I really buy from GameStop, so I don't know.
That's the problem. That's why that's why GameStop's going out of business, right? So here's the thing, though. A lot of states, including our state, Pennsylvania, is telling all non-essential businesses to shut down. Now, they're not forcing you to shut down, but they're strongly suggesting.
Well, some places they are mandated.
Over by Philadelphia, I think.
They said by California they're being.
California is
mandated, but they're refusing to shut down.
Yeah, so they don't consider it an essential store, and staff members are kind of flipping out. And it's not just because they won't close down; it's because they're also being asked to apparently buy their own cleaning supplies.
Yeah, I saw this story yesterday. It was on CBR, and they were talking about how employees, like, their cleaning supplies are back ordered for weeks, and so now some of the employees are buying their own cleaning supplies to try to keep the stores open and try to keep themselves safe.
Yeah, so this is what they said to Polygon. Polygon, though, immediately is going to be like, but Polygon, one of the managers on the East Coast, said, we just got off conference call about an hour ago saying that we will be staying open our normal business hours no matter what the states are mandating.
Well, but they don't understand what mandating means.
I don't think they understand
Mandating means you have to do it.
We asked what happens if an employee does get that thing we can't talk about and came to work with it, and we're told they would have the whole staff of that store on quarantine. The store would be closed to clean it, but they would have other staff come in to ensure the store stays open.
Wait a minute. So do you hire people? This is great. We asked somebody, what do we do if one of us gets this? Well, then you're all in quarantine. Sucks to be you. You're fired. You're without a job. So you work and keep risking yourself. But if you get sick, you're all fired anyway while you're under quarantine or laid off temporarily. And then we're just going to clean the store really good and then bring new people in.
It's like,
what's the incentive?
There is no incentive. The incentive is, look, and this sounds really more. The incentive is you get to keep your job for a little while longer in a very tough economy, especially for retail workers, especially for people working in service industries. Maybe GameStop could get around it because they said grocery stores can stay open. This is how Walmart, I think, is staying open because, it's got groceries in it. So if GameStop starts selling food.
If they start selling Doritos and Mountain Dew, you guys are a grocery store, you can stay open, for sure. But no, the attitude of GameStop, like, look, the company's obviously in bad shape. They are, as the Motley Fool put it out, circling the drain. Reggie can't save them at this point. Reggie's pretty awesome, but he's not that awesome. So this might be it for GameStop. This might be it for GameStop. It wouldn't. What's going to happen is everybody's going to come rushing in with their stuff to sell because they need money. And then are they going to be able to even buy the stuff? So
they're canceling launch events. People said they're concerned because they trade in used games, so the games.
Oh, that's what I just said. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I didn't even think about that, but yeah.
Yeah. So people could be like coughing on that copy of the game they bought last week for $50, and they're selling for $5. This week.
Pretty much. They said they had a regional call to district call today. Both showed very little care for the employees. The focus is on sales. Yeah, but here's the thing. The reason, what people aren't understanding, the reason it's being mandated that these non-essential businesses close is because they're trying to control the spread of the virus. Now, the more people that comply with these, rules or things they're trying to do, the more likely it is that we can get back to normal sooner. But what happens is other people think that, well, I'm young, I'm okay, and that they might be, but they don't realize that they could spread it all over the place, or going out and do whatever the hell they want. I mean, have you seen the beaches in Florida? And because of this, it's just going to make they might get sick, but they might infect a bunch of other people, and it's going to be so much longer for everybody else to have to be, stuck in their house because some people won't listen. And that's what they're kind of doing, and I totally get why they're doing it. I get why. But the reason that the government's asking people to do this is for that reason, because they're trying to keep hospitals from being overwhelmed and having a situation like what's in Italy. That's what they're trying to stop. And by these places staying open and basically being like, we don't give a shit, you'll just bring a new crew in and have them get sick. That's where there's a problem.
Yeah, so I mean, for everybody that doesn't, listen to the, and look, I mean, I get the media is absolutely, blowing this up, and I think they're making people
panic,
which is leading to more problems, which is leading to all the shortages, but it's economically, regardless of how you feel about the actual disease itself, this economically is going to be a catastrophe because so many businesses are shutting down, and a lot of them are not going to rebound like GameStop. GameStop goes down, it's TKO. They're out. They're done, and I think they know that.
So they're trying to claw into any.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it doesn't help the employees, and a lot of people are going to be scared about the situation. They're saying they're borrowing hand sanitizer. They are shutting down launch events. This is what they said to Polygon. They said, we've implemented heightened cleaning practices. They're basically telling everybody to clean all the time. They're like, we don't have time to clean all the time and do our job.
Well, most GameStops aren't that busy, but I mean, they're basically saying every 30 minutes, wash your hands. Well, how many people come through in 30 minutes? Well, right now, not a lot, probably. But they're cleaning touch points every so often. That still means people are going to be touching them in between, and they can be spreading it right there. I don't know.
It says they're monitoring the situation while satisfying our gamers' demands for the products they want in a manner that protects both customers and associates.
They're not protecting customers and associates. They're just trying to sell shit so they stay open.
Pretty much. I mean, look, I'm going to be honest, but the thing is that on some level, can you blame them because they know?
No, I'm not saying that. I understand why they're doing it. I just don't know if it's smart, but I understand why they're doing it.
Yeah, and it is done. Like if GameStop shuts down, they're not getting back up.
So basically, we're still open, so we're making money, so we want to hold on to that.
Yeah.
Because if they shut down, then everybody's going to go to Walmart and buy their games there.
They already are.
Yeah, but Walmart gets to stay open because they're considered essential grocery store. So, yeah.
Gamer fuel section, get some Japanese snacks in there. You guys are a Japanese grocery store, you can stay open.
There you go.
You can stay open. Or just do like the comic shops are doing now. They're doing the curbside delivery. Pull up to the curb, have the GameStop employee.
So a lot of businesses are staying open. I know around here, restaurants and such, that you can't eat inside, but you can still order food and then they'll bring it to your, you pull up and they'll give it to you.
Yeah.
And they could totally do that. And then people don't have to enter the stores. They don't have to worry about cleaning all the touch points. You just have to make sure that employees are kept, clean and safe and inside and gathering the stuff for people and giving it to their cars. I mean, they still run a risk, but it's not as much of a risk of having so many people crammed in there. That would make sense. They should consider that, but they're probably not because people just walk into Walmart and buy what they want.
And a lot of GameStops are actually like right next door to Walmart,
Yeah,
so it's like
there are all the ones around here they were.
Yeah, or they're in malls or whatever, and some of the malls are shutting down completely too. So it's like, what are they gonna do? It's because at that point, if you've got curbside delivery for games, most people are probably gonna be like, well, I'm gonna self-quarantine, I'm just downloading the game anyway. I don't need to buy it.
Well, that's it. A lot of these are gonna be available via download, and most people are just gonna download the games. Our son, I always say buy the hard copy because you can always resell it or, sell it back or whatever. You don't get much money, but you can sell it on eBay or something when you're done with it. But he always insists on buying the downloads because he doesn't want to wait. Patience is his problem. It is
a problem. He's already getting things fired up for Half-Life, Alex.
Yeah, I was just thinking about the articles out there saying about Generation X is like they're looking at Gen Xers as examples of how you survive this because we grew up like, oh, you talk on the phone for 2 or 3 hours, you hang out in your house, this is how it was when we were kids, and his impatience, and I have to laugh. It always drives me crazy because like we learned to be patient because you had to, and he's just like, you can't wait even a day.
Do you know how many cars I had to sand? To buy one fucking video game, you can wait. Yeah. You can wait.
Yeah, and our kids, how they get their extra money when mom and dad don't buy it for them is they sell like stuff that they outgrew or they don't want anymore, or they have to do work or whatever, but they not like sanding cars.
They sell organs and blood.
No, they do not.
They sign a release.
They do not. But they're going to start doing more gaming videos, and then the gaming channel money will be coming to them. So they are actually working a job. It's just a non-traditional job.
If you want Squid King to go to college, watch the gaming channel.
That's not true. That's not true. He can't even take his SATs.
He can't even take his SATs.
Maybe June, if they don't shut that down too. But they might shut June down as well. They already said they might. So.
Oh my God, we're gonna have a whole generation of kids, freshmen in college at like 20, 21 years old because everything got shifted back.
I don't think God knows. Gonna go that far, but yeah.
Anyway, so comicbook.com pulled them out too. Said that GameStop has been asking its employees to buy its own cleaning supplies because, well, they
aren't paid enough as it is.
So people were talking about how they had to borrow from next door. But the thing is, it's getting hard to find the cleaning supplies everywhere. Everywhere. Like, and look, this thing blew up so quickly. You know, the stores probably weren't like, well, let's send an extra, 20 bottles of hand sanitizer to all the GameStops. They weren't thinking about that.
Well, there you go. If you have friends at GameStop, check on them. They might not be okay. If they need cleaning supplies, give it to them. Give them gloves. Give them whatever.
There you go. You go to pick up your copy of Animal Crossing or Doom Eternal. Go give your friends at GameStop, give them some toilet paper.
Extra hand sanitizer.
Some hand sanitizer.
Wipes.
Maybe I'd say hug them. You
No, don't hug them.
Don't hug them. They're scared.
An air high five. It's like air guitar, but like
Is
high
that
fives.
well? That's not 6 feet. You have to do it from 6 feet.
Yeah, that's right. Just like or just give them a salute. Like
no. Don't salute them.
You can't salute them.
You can't salute them because gamers are all accused of being
That's
Yahtzees.
right, you're right. I didn't
If you salute another gamer,
give them a peace sign or an okay sign.
Polygon will be there. They will be there in a heartbeat. Probably in a hazmat suit, but they'll be there in a heartbeat and they will be like, oh my god.
Gamergate's coming back with GameStop because people are giving them salutes.
They're giving them salutes and hand sanitizer. It's got to be some sort of alt-right dog whistle. Hand sanitizer. It means something. It means something. Okay, so obviously there are many employees extremely frustrated and anxious about how undervalued they are and how they're being treated, said a GameStop employee while speaking to Vice Games. It's been laid bare that the company values money more than associates. That's
every company, people.
That's every company. We're going to see a lot of that, I think, in the coming months, too, because people are going to be like, why this company?
But they're also trying to stay out of, bankruptcy.
Yeah, I personally debated leaving over concerns around their core morals as well as to protect myself. The thing is, and I do not want to be a jerk or make light of this or whatever. The thing is that retail jobs and service jobs, if you leave, the job situation right now is where are you going to go? Every place is closed.
That's right. So
it's very serious. I mean, it really is. I mean, we're joking around. We're trying to make light of the whole
We're not making
thing.
light. We're just trying to
lighten the mood a little bit because
mood.
It's bad. I mean, it really is bad. I was reading articles today talking about how there's like going to be a cataclysm of retail jobs and service jobs because you have to physically be there and they're non-essentials and these businesses are closing down, that the unemployment systems are being overrun.
Yeah.
It's not like working like a white collar job or being an accountant or whatever. You can work from home. You have to be there.
Well, I was actually seeing that too with Goodwill around here. They actually put up a statement that they were closing all their stores. Okay, cool. Because, they have a lot of people with special needs that work there and they want to protect them. But then they put out a thing saying, no, we're still doing donations and doing the donation center and all that because we don't want people dropping off stuff that we don't want to accept. So we're keeping that open and our employees in those locations. So the hourly underpaid people are the ones who have to sit there and be, at risk while all the white collar positions stay at home and work from home and put out these announcements. And I was like, really? Because they're afraid people might drop off stuff that they don't take, and then they'd have to be liable for getting rid of it.
Yeah, it's it's not good out there, people. It really isn't good.
I'm sorry, I don't like that word. It's like my least favorite word ever.
Oh, that word.
That word, I think to me is worse than the F word.
But yeah, people are calling them out. Even they're talking about how they're pushing back the release of it's Friday. Yeah, Animal Crossing comes out Friday. Thursday. Doom Eternal, they're going to release it a day early, and there are people, making comments about how they're
releasing a day early so that people go there instead of going to Walmart.
I don't know. That might be part of it. I don't know. Usually they do the early releases or
like Doom friends and their friendship with Animal Crossing now that they don't have the same release date. Yeah, and it could be that they're trying. Well, they'll argue that they're trying to make sure that they have 2 different days for different crowds. So they'll probably be like, we don't want as many people coming for the same release date, too many people showing up. Yeah. Well, reality is, are they done by two different platforms? Yeah. If they are, then they probably got permission from the one to release it a day early, and they didn't get permission for the other, so they're just,
Yeah, so, I don't know. We're getting Animal Crossing, though. We have Animal Crossing coming. If you go to CLOWNFISH TV Gaming, I think I'm going to try to get Geeky to play.
Animal Crossing? I'll play Animal Crossing. I used to play Animal Crossing.
We'll play Animal. We'll start a town. We'll call it Reeferburg. Reeferburg, or...
Unless anybody has a better suggestion.
Hate Town.
No.
Rageville.
Glug Glug Town.
Glug Glug. Glug Glug.
Wine Momville.
Wine Momville. I don't know. But yeah, no thanks. I'll purchase digitally.
But it is because someone else mentioned it. It's probably because Nintendo won't budge. And I think that's what it is. I think they were trying to get them both early, probably because then they could beat like Walmart and such to stay in business. But
I don't know. So I mean, we're gonna keep an eye on this. Do I think that they will close eventually? I think they might be forced to close eventually.
Well, that's mandated. They said the one article said they called places that were in the areas that were mandated closing, and they were still open. So they have to be getting around it somehow, because I'm sure people reported it already. So maybe those locations do sell food or something, because some of the places have geek stores and different things in them, so maybe they found a way around it.
Yeah, I don't know, guys. I'm just saying, GameStop goes down, that's it. They're not getting back up.
So I'm torn. I'm like, part of me is like, I really don't want to see GameStop go under, but I don't think they're kept up with the times. And the other part of me is like, this is a really shitty move, so I'm kind of like, they kind of deserve what they get, but those employees don't deserve what they get. So I'm torn on this one. I'm not going to pick a side on this one. I mean, if I was going to pick a side, I'd pick more with the workers. But,
Yeah, I'm just really torn. I understand why they're not doing it, but I don't know how bad this thing is actually going to get. And, we're going to see, whether it's GameStop or other, kind of niche retail outlets, we're going to see a lot of places go out of business.
It's going to happen. I don't think anybody expects anything different, honestly.
I think they're just trying to stave it off as long as they can. Mm-hmm. But even Reggie can't save GameStop at this point. Mm-hmm. So we're going to wrap it up?
Yep.
Okay, so please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, rants. We'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Hey guys, thanks for watching Clownfish TV. Please consider supporting the channel. Go to clownfishsupport.com. That's clownfishsupport.com. And if you want to join our community, go to clownfishtalk.com. That's clownfishtalk.com. Please subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. We will talk to you next time.